You're watching The 7 from WATE 6 on your side.
Good evening, I'm Bo Williams, and welcome to The 7. Just into the newsroom and making the top of our Big 7 stories for you tonight, numbers are out from the retake of TCAP English tests, the ones which let students move on from 3rd to 4th grade. Now, the head of Knox County Schools seeing improvement tonight, and here's how the grades break down. First of all, 1,587 students scored below or approaching proficiency in their original test, meaning they could try again. 83% of those took the option to try again. Out of those, 213 tested at or above the proficiency mark this time, so they'll go straight on now to 4th grade. Add in the kids who are exempt for one reason or another, and this boosts Knox County schools, well, to an overall 70% proficiency level. But it means 1,349 of the county's current 3rd graders will need some sort of intervention to advance. Now, that intervention could come in the form of a summer learning camp or tutoring during the next school year. That's for the students who scored in the approaching category. For kids in the below category, they'll have to do both to be promoted. Now, families will get notifications tomorrow about which category applies to their student. Superintendent Dr. John Reiswick says he's encouraged to see students and teachers' hard work pay off, noting that this year's scores are up by nearly 4%. Reiswick going on to say, quote, "We recognize that there is still work to be done, and we look forward to supporting every student on their path to promotion." Reiswick also saying, "We're working hard to prepare summer learning camps and fall tutoring opportunities to build proficiency in every student who has qualified for an intervention." One of your state lawmakers is joining 2 other Tennessee lawmakers now, calling on Governor Bill Lee to cancel plans for a special session on changing Tennessee gun laws to protect the public from mass shooters. Maryville Republican Brian Ritchie sent an open letter saying that instead of a special session in August, lawmakers can consider and address school safety and gun laws when they reconvene in January 2024. The letter says summoning legislators to Nashville to enact an unconstitutional red flag law will not, as you suggest, strengthen public safety and preserve constitutional rights, end quote. Ritchie goes on to say lawmakers will not violate their constitutional oath for political independency, and adds, "We can strengthen the criminal laws and protect people at any time, and it does not require a special session." Now, Governor Lee wants Tennessee lawmakers back in Nashville in August to, quote, "to strengthen public safety." Governor Lee's office said that they were aware of the letter and, quote, "separately, the governor looks forward to pursuing thoughtful solutions with the General Assembly in August to ensure public safety and preserve constitutional rights." House Majority Leader William Lamberth responded and said Ritchie's statement absolutely does not speak for the entire House Republican caucus. Still waiting to see a judge's decision about releasing the shooter's documents, the so-called manifesto from the Covenant School attack. The lead investigator in the Covenant School shooting filing a declaration saying all students and staff present at the school during the shooting should be considered victims of crimes, as are the Covenant School and church, due to the extent of the damage done to those buildings. While an attorney for at least one of the petitioners says the families, even those whose children were killed, are not victims of a crime and therefore should not have a say in what happens with the shooter's writings. What's been dubbed the Vanderbilt rape trial from 2016 serving as an example in this case regarding victims' rights. In that case, the victim was allowed to weigh in on the release of public records from the investigation. Metro Police have only turned over writings from the shooter's car for the chancellor to review, asking that she review the other requested records in the lawsuit at police headquarters, saying there are hundreds. The judge has ordered Metro to give more information about those records. We expect that to come by the end of the day. All right, we're learning more tonight about a man who was shot and killed in Knoxville. This happened on Saturday. As we've told you, the shooting happened at an entertainment venue called the Kave. This is near Magnolia Avenue and North Olive Street. When officers arrived, they found 25-year-old Adrian Roebuck in the parking lot. Now, he had been shot. Roebuck was taken to UT Medical Center where he was pronounced dead. Nachuna Robinson, his mother, is now trying to cope with the loss.
I'm also proud of him, if that makes sense. Like, I'm angry at the fact of what happened, that my son was the one who was taken away. But I'm also proud that he continued to do what he loved, and it was look out for other people, still protect other people, even if it cost him his own life.
KPD says investigators believe the shooter was targeting someone, but Roebuck was not the intended victim. There has been no arrest at this time. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers. The phone number for you, 865-215-7165. Our next big story, the TBI investigating after an officer-involved shooting. Now, it left one woman dead and an officer injured. According to the TBI, the situation unfolded when a Knox County Sheriff's deputy and a Parentsville police officer attempted to pull over a woman known to have outstanding warrants. The woman, who has now been identified as 36-year-old Whitney Fox, apparently refused to pull over, leading law enforcement on a chase. TBI says Fox drove into a field along Fox Hollow Road in the Bybee community. Then, as law enforcement approached the vehicle, shots were fired. TBI says it's unclear why rounds were fired off at this time. However, Fox was pronounced dead at the scene. We are also told the Parentsville police officer was taken to the hospital for injuries. And yet another shooting in our Big 7 list for you tonight. This one happening overnight in the Lonsdale community. And it also comes with a car crash. It happened along Sherman Street and Delaware Avenue just after midnight. When police arrived, we're told they learned a car involved in that shooting had crashed into another car near the scene. KPD says the female driver had been shot. Two others who took off from the scene were also later discovered suffering gunshot wounds. The driver of the other vehicle involved in the crash was also taken to the hospital. Incredibly, well, officials say none of the injuries appear to be life-threatening. Knoxville police, by the way, still working to learn what led to the chain of events. And if you have any information that can help out investigators, you're once again asked to call Crime Stoppers. I do want to give you that number one more time. It's on your screen, 865-215-7165. A big follow-up for our next Big 7 story. It was a little over a year ago that fire crews were risking their lives during the Hatcher Mountain fire in Sevier County. You know, many lost homes, including one Air Force veteran who built his retirement home in the Shagbark community. Today, retired Air Force veteran Herman Duran is celebrating the rebuilding of his home with an open house. He invited the fire crews who responded and helped save two special items that were on his front porch before the fire took his previous home.
It was a total destruction, devastation with rubble. There was nothing left. Everything burned to the ground. Even the blocks that held the original cabin was destructed. Destruction everywhere. The last thing they were able to do was save the American flag and my Air Force colors, and that just brought tears to me.
To say thank you, Duran also presented the firefighters and the owner of Lipsy Home Builders with a special flag of their own. And we're wrapping up our list for you right now as Knox County students wrap up the school year. Here in Knox County today was the last day for school for students. Elementary school children were released at 11:15. Middle and high school students released at noon. Those teachers have one more day left, though, and we were at Dogwood Elementary this morning as parents picked up their kids and teachers said goodbye for the summer. Right after the final bell rang, well, signaling the end of the school year, dozens of students and their families made their way to Zoo Knoxville. That's where Mayor Glenn Jacobs hosted a special pizza party. The occasion celebrates the second annual One Book Read City program. All Knox County elementary school students are encouraged to read a book together. This time around, Zoe and Sassafras, Dragons and Marshmallows. As part of that, the schools hosted an art contest with 3 winners, plus every school chose one student to attend the party as well. An opportunity to celebrate these students' hard work this year.
Literacy is a foundational skill. Across the country, we have a big issue with third grade literacy rates, and why that is such a big issue is that is a predictor for high school graduation rates and really success throughout the rest of your life. So if we can get those third grade literacy rates up, we give our kids a better chance to succeed in school. This is a fun way to do it. You know, we talk about homework and all that sort of stuff, but in this case, we're able to encourage kids to read in a fun way.
We should note everything was free for students. Zoo Knoxville let them in for free. Weigel's donated the pizza, and Cruz Farm provided the ice cream. Can't beat that, man.